everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dolphin, Danny. And today I'm doing my E3 coverage. I know, E3's wrapped up, and there's lots of channels that have already put out their videos and done their live streams, and I watched a whole bunch of that. I watched all of E3 and loved it. You know, it was a better E3 than last year. It wasn't probably the greatest, but there were some awesome moments to this E3. And like I said, I just like to give my little wrap-up version of the E3. After it's all kind of been done and completed, there's lots of channels that cover it live, and maybe when the channel gets bigger, I'll be able to do something like that. But I still think it's nice to share my thoughts on E3 because, maybe some of the games I'll mention I'll definitely be playing on the channel. And yeah, you can tell me what stuff you looked forward to and if you enjoyed it. So I hope you got to watch E3, and let's get right into it with the Microsoft stuff. Xbox presentation. That's what I watched first, so let's get right into that. Now, I'm not huge into racing games or cars in real life, but Forza Horizon 4 looked like a lot of fun. I like arcade racing games, and it's nice to see a new, fresh take on it. And the game looks amazing. The graphics, everyone racing together, and you get to do some things where you help each other out. The game looked pretty cool, and like I said, I was a huge fan of racing games as a kid, like arcade racing games like Rush and Rush 2 for Nintendo 64, so this looks like a lot of fun, and yeah, I definitely would pick this up for Xbox for sure, and yeah, it kind of surprised me. Xbox was the first people to show off Kingdom Hearts, so I just thought I'd mention it here. Even though we saw it in basically every other, conference, it was pretty intense. Lots of Kingdom Hearts. I've never really been too big into Kingdom Hearts, but this game did look like kind of interesting. I might pick it up for PS4, not on Xbox, but yeah, we saw a lot of Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, it looked fun, but definitely not a game I'm super looking forward to. The Division 2. Now, I didn't play too much of Division 1. I played a little bit, and yeah, I watched a lot of people streaming Division 1 in New York, and it was all snowy, and actually didn't mind the look of that game. This looked pretty cool. A lot of friends I have aren't into this game because they don't like how the enemies are sponges and you gotta shoot them a whole bunch, but it is kind of like a role-playing game, so if you don't take it totally realistic and you just keep shooting at them, it's pretty cool. And I did like, the footage they showed for this. It looked really fun. Lots of different guns as I like, as usual. And yeah, it looked to flow pretty good. I know Division isn't everyone's favorite because it's so unrealistic and they just don't do things very well. And a lot of people thought the first one was kind of boring, but I really like the look of this game, and yeah, maybe I can get some new friends to play Division 2 with. So let me know if you're in Division 2, and if it comes out on PS4, we'll jump right on that. Tomb Raider? What are we rating, Tombs or something? This game looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider. I am looking forward to this game the most of what they showed basically on Xbox. Of course, I'm going to get it for PS4 though. But yeah, I was super stoked to see this on the Xbox day, and yeah, it looks amazing. She looks like she's ready to roll finally. She's in her prime. She's the actual Tomb Raider now from the 90s. Without the pointy boobs, of course, darling. But yes, it looks a lot of fun. I can't wait to get my hands on her. I mean, my hands on this game. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like, yeah, incredible graphics. I almost need a PS4 Pro and a 4K TV for this one. But yeah, I'm super hyped on Tomb Raider for surezies. They also showed Cyberpunk, a new trailer for it, and yeah, no gameplay really necessarily, I don't think, but it still looked pretty cool. I'm not really too hyped on this game. A lot of my friends are, a lot of people are still talking about it. Maybe once I actually play the game, I'll get more into it. I think it looks amazing. I'm a huge Blade Runner fan. It totally has the Blade Runner-esque look, except maybe the cars aren't flying like in Blade Runner, but this game looks pretty cool, cyberpunkish, as it's titled, and very interesting, like I said. I haven't jumped on the hype wave for this game for some reason, but maybe once I see it or, see some more gameplay, I'll actually want to pick it up and play it. But I know everyone was looking forward to this, and I think it looked amazing, just not too hyped on it just yet. Gears of War, Gears 5, Gears brings tears to my peers. Oh dear. Anyways, if you know old me or know anything about me, I used to be huge into the Gears of War franchise. I ruined my life over Gears 1. I destroyed my life over Gears 2. And yeah, Gears 3 was a combination of both. I didn't get into much of Gears 4, and yeah, Judgment was a mess, but I used to be a huge Gears fan. I actually was the first person in my town to receive Gears 3 at a midnight release. So yeah, we'll see some of that footage of old me. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We even popped out the champagne at the end, and these kids in line were like, "Oh, they're cool," like all sarcastically, right? My sister was like, "People think you're cool." It was a great time. That was cool to be number 1. I waited out there for like 13 or 12 hours. So yeah, it was awesome. I used to be die-hard Gears fan. I used to run a crew, multiplayer, screaming at my crew, getting everyone in line. We just went hardcore on it. But I don't know, I got out of that once I transitioned, because like it's kind of a negative zone, the multiplayer. Not every time, but you know, when you're with a group of people, everyone's always yelling at each other, and you're upset when you lose, and everyone's fighting kind of, and just got to a point where like I would be negative, you know, doing the multiplayer experience on that level, not just casual multiplayer, but on that level when I was running a Gears crew and everything. So I kind of had to tone that down in my life, and now I get to play like a multitude of other games and a whole bunch of different things in my life. You know, I like variety now more than ever, so but yes, Gears 5, it looked cool. That new lady chick, she looked really cool. It was sweet to see Marcus, and the graphics looked amazing. You know, the gameplay, but maybe the multiplayer would be fun. I found the Gears 4 multiplayer, lots of people are saying they love it, but to me it looked a little clunky, so I'm not really too sure about that, but hey, anyways, it was cool to see Gears 5. I mean, it is a new exclusive, but of course this is coming out in 2019. Like, they have nothing coming out for Christmas this year to make you buy an Xbox One, which is really strange. But yeah, Gears have brought tears to my life for years, and yeah, Gears of War 5. Oh my god, we saw Battletoads! Well, not really, we just saw a little intro, but it looked cartoon style, and they're saying it's a 2.5D game, so, and, you know, 3-player couch multiplayer, so that's really cool. I mean, as long as it's not so difficult like the old games, I mean, I hope it's hard enough, but I mean, you know what I mean, like, I hope I can jump in and play with my friends and have a good time. It was awesome to see something retro on, you know, the conference and by Xbox, so that did get me hyped. I do have my Battletoads, never been too good at it. I have the SNES games, but you know, it's Battletoads, and maybe this will kind of be a little bit more of a fun experience. You can, you know, couch co-op with your friends. I'm totally down. I think we need more of that. I'm happy to see a retro, you know, franchise brought back up to life. So I hope it's really good. I have the, you know, I'm just, you know, optimistic, and hopefully there will be something good about it. But yeah, Battletoads, that was a huge surprise, and it got me in the mood for Battletoads, yo. Now we'll get into the PS4. Their conference was a little all over the place. I think there was a room switch, and I just don't know what was happening. It seemed a little all over the place for them, but I did enjoy it. I think the PS4 was my favorite conference this year. I can say that with confidence. About the conference. And yeah, The Last of Us Part 2. I wasn't huge into The Last of Us, but I love Naughty Dog, and I think I'll give this one more of a chance. I really liked how they showed her grown up, and she was like killing the humans, because yes, when they had the clickers and the monsters, I know people love that, but I really liked it when she's like fighting humans. Kind of reminds me more of like Drake's. If it was more just like you're fighting humans and stuff, I think I would have been way more into the first one. I know the first one is hailed like, you know, at the top for some people, absolutely love it. I don't think it's a bad game. It just wasn't too much into the monster or zombie type stuff, but yeah, this one looked good. Like, if you had this on 4K, everything they showed looked amazing. The action just looked incredible, and I definitely would get my hands on this one when it comes out on PS4. Ghost of Tsushima? Did I say that right? Sorry if I slaughtered that name. I'm a little rusty on pronouncing my Japanese. I blame my mother. She let us stay home and play too much NES. But yeah, this game looked awesome. A samurai game. Oh my god, this reminded me of some games from like PS2 era, I think. And a samurai game? Like, when do we get to be a samurai? We haven't been able to be like a samurai, or, you know, in Japan like this in a long time. I think this game looked incredible. Talk about getting a PS4 Pro. I mean, this game would look insane. Some of the fighting I noticed did look a little clunky, but it's not finished yet. Maybe they're still working on that, but I mean, I would like the fighting to just be a tiny bit smoother, but it looked amazing, slashing those guys up, and yeah, it reminded me of Ninja Turtles 3 when they go to Japan, yo. Everyone hates that one. But I didn't mind it as a kid. Yoshi! Didn't mind it as a kid, actually. But yeah, the costumes in that one look terrible. But this game looks amazing! I'd love to roll around slashing people up as a samurai. And yeah, this game, like, it's a fresh take. And I think it's open world. That's really cool. Totally looking forward to this game. That was a big surprise for me, anyway, seeing it. Resident Evil 2. Now, lots of people were hoping and, praying that this game would be shown this year at E3, and it was. I mean, on my Facebook, I saw so many people begging the day before and hours before the PS4 conference, please show us Resident Evil 2. One of my good friends was texting me while we were watching it, and he was like, he's a huge Resident Evil 2 fan. He can beat the game in like an hour, so he was super stoked. He said it was on the Resident Evil 7 engine, so yeah, you could just tell. I can't tell just something like that, but yeah, it looked awesome. It looks like a lot of fun. It's Resident Evil 2. Yeah, this game scares me, but it's so cool to see you get it up-resed and stuff to, a modern console. I mean, I still remember the nights when that friend that was texting me would play it all night, and I'd watch him, and like, yeah, it was just like, that's how you watched people play games back in the day. We didn't have Twitch and stuff. You had to have a sleepover, and yeah, it brings back so many memories. I really want to see this game being played, and I'd love to get my friend on the channel and he could beat Resident Evil 2, the older PlayStation version before this game comes out. So yeah, I gotta put him to work, yo. But yeah, I'm super stoked on this game, even though it's scary. Death Stranding. Well, we got to see a little more, folks, and did it make much sense? No. Guy was just wandering around with the box on his back, and then, yeah, the baby they showed again, and then, yeah, he had that little, mechanical thing, like the light that flashes and goes click, 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 and you can see the monsters in the sky, or it shows, like, whatever those things are. And yes, I mean, I thought Metal Gear was confusing. Metal Gear games are confusing. This is totally boggling my mind. I don't know if it looks that great, but maybe the gameplay is just amazing. Like, what is the game about? Lots of people are saying that stuff that we've seen is like maybe like, flashbacks or memories, so maybe it plays out better and the actual, like, what you're actually doing is fun. I don't know. It just looks like Death Stranding. I want a baby. Give me one of those babies, darling. Danni needs a baby in her life. Death Stranding, though. Looking forward to it, I think. Spider-Man 4. Now, I was mostly looking forward to this game of what they showed. I know we've already seen a lot of Spider-Man for PS4 footage, but you know what? This was new stuff, and I really love the costume he has, and I really like the gameplay, and I'm stoked on this game. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time, and I can't wait to get my hands on little Peter Parker. But yeah, it looks so cool. I mean, I know we've seen it, like I've said, but yes, it was cool to see some of the villains break out of that jail, and yeah, the footage just looked amazing. I'm so looking forward to this. I was a huge Spider-Man fan in the 90s. I love the cartoon, I love some of the comics, and the best thing about this Spider-Man is I find, or what they're showing, is he's not full of gadgets and all this stuff. That didn't, Spider-Man wasn't about that. He was about like a cool suit and, the webbing, and like, he had good vision because of the spider bite, and he just had all the abilities because he was bit by a spider. Like, he was good to go. He just wanted to put some spandex or whatever the costume was on, and he was ready to roll, right? But yeah, I do like the eyes when they move. I think that's a cool little invention they added in the new Spider-Man stuff, but this looks kind of like, a return to the original style and a more basic Spider-Man, which I love. I think him just being more basic looks awesome. As you can tell, I'm super hyped on this game. It looks amazing, looks like a whole bunch of fun, and I'll definitely be web swinging with Spider-Man when this comes out. The Nintendo presentation was a bit of a letdown, I must say. I was really looking forward to watching it, and I was really looking forward to seeing some new things, but we didn't really see very much new stuff at all. It was like, they had the highlight reel of some pretty cool games, and the rest of it, they showed the new Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, which I am looking forward to. I think that's cool that they're doing like kind of like a more basic Pokemon, a kind of pick up and play Pokemon, and I'm a huge Pokemon fan back in the day of the earlier Pokemons, like the original 150 and 151 stuff, and this is like, basically a easier like Pokemon Yellow version, so I'm really looking forward to that. I know some people that are more in depth than like the other Pokemon games. There will be a more in-depth Pokemon game coming out, but it's cool that they kind of did like a light version of Yellow, and you can be Eevee or Pikachu, and you get that little Pokeball and you're going around. That'll be fun on the Switch and handheld and on your TV. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure. sure, you know, we've seen some of that already, but that looks really fun. Like I said, it's kind of cool. You can play multiplayer, 2 people together, and yeah, it's more of a pick up and play type Pokemon game, which, you know, I think we need. It'll get the hype on for the other games to come out. So I think they did a good thing with that. I know I talked to a few people at like the EB Games and the GameStops, or the EB Games, because we don't have GameStop in Canada, but I'll be talking to my friends there, and you know, lots of people are saying like, oh, I wish it was a little more in depth, but then I heard people saying they like that it's going to be a pick up and play. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure, Pokemon. But yeah, the rest of the conference, I was a little let down. We didn't get to see any Metroid or anything really new. They showcased Smash Bros. And yes, Smash Bros. Looks awesome. It's cool that they added all the characters to Smash Bros. I mean, that from every Smash Bros. Game. I didn't see Waluigi anywhere though. But yeah, it looked pretty intense. The only thing was like, do we need to spend 40 minutes on Smash Bros? No, they could have showed that way more quickly. They just drugged that out so they didn't have to show anything else, I figure. Which really sucks, man, because like, what was going on? I mean, it looks cool, the characters and all that, sweet, but like, yeah, we didn't need that much time on Smash Bros. They should have showed just a tidbit of something else that's coming out to get us hyped for, you know, a new title of Nintendo. Like, nothing for Metroid was a huge disappointment. And like I said, I didn't hate this Nintendo thing. I thought it started off pretty strong, but yeah, too much time on Smash Bros. And yeah, no tidbits of anything else. Come on, y'all. Now, I do have these games on PS4, Crash Bandicoot Trilogy and Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but you know what, I'll probably pick them up again just so I can play them on the go, and it was nice seeing these games, even though we know they're coming out. They did just a quick little shots of them, but I will be picking those up again for sure. I have to mention Super Mario Party. I've never been big into the Mario Party games, actually. It's cool that they have a new one coming out. Hopefully, I hear lots of people saying they got away from the roots of how the original games played, so maybe they'll go back to the original games, like how, you know, fans of the series have liked to play it, and you know, they kind of change stuff, so hopefully they go back to how it used to be played, because I hear lots of people complaining about that. I don't know if I really want to pick this game up. I might get it down the road for cheap and, you know, throw it on when I have friends over and stuff, but besides that, yeah, not looking too forward to Mario Party at all, but hey, I know it's a big game out there and lots of people like it, so like, hey Mario, let's party. I'd rather party with Luigi in a hot tub with a squeegee. Oh, Danny. Damien X Machina? I think that's how you say that. This game looked kind of interesting, you know, when you're in a big mech suit, and it had that really cool, like, kind of Breath of the Wild type of graphics, and yeah, I don't know, didn't look terrible. I guess this is a Nintendo exclusive. I wasn't, you know, it was a surprise to see a game like this, and it did look fun. You know, I am a huge fan of mechs and robots, and yeah, and something fun like this, if they, I wonder what I wonder if it'll be a full price game, not really sure, but you know what, if I see this out for Nintendo Switch, I'll probably pick it up. It looked like different and fun, and yeah, I really dug the art style, yo. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy is a game I'm highly looking forward to. I know we've seen a couple clips on it before, but I'm so stoked. I love SNK stuff, even though it's way out of my price level, the Neo Geo, but oh my god, I like to see all these girls fighting each other. It's like a dream come true, darling. I'm super stoked. This is one of the games out of all the Switch stuff that I'm super looking forward to. You know, I'm a huge 2D fighter, a fighting game fan, and this is right up my alley with broods knocking each other out, so I definitely will be picking this up. And yeah, you know, Nintendo, that wasn't great. I hate to hate on them, you know, I love my Nintendo, but I wanted to see just a tiny bit more of something new. And yeah, Smash Bros, as cool as it is, I mean, we didn't need to spend that much time on it, but I don't want to beat that game to death. Oh god, I'm losing it. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing great. I hope you enjoyed E3. I mean, I loved it. I had lots of fun watching it, and yeah, it's a nice experience just to see it, all the games, and hang out if you're in people's chats and doing stuff like that. You know, I watched a few different streams and had a lot of fun in there and watching this all go down. So it's an amazing experience. E3, it was pretty good this year compared to other things. Like I said, I think PS4 blew me out of the water more than any other ones. I heard lots of people saying they liked Xbox a lot, but you know, they did okay, but all their stuff's coming out in 2019, and yeah, only a few exclusives, so anything that wasn't on Xbox, I mean, it's on both consoles. I'll definitely get it on PS4 before Xbox, but as an, you know, rating everything overall, I liked it. I had fun. There was a few surprises that are getting me hyped, and you will see some of these games for sure that I mentioned that I like. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown. I know there's people with all their other stuff, but I thought I'd like to do the little Danny style of my breakdowns and share my thoughts and experiences about E3, because yeah, E3 is pretty awesome. I'd love to, you know, maybe, I don't know if I'd like to go there actually. I'd probably just like to sit and eat my food and watch it on the computer, but it is a fun experience, you know, E3. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. My spirits are still going up each day, and I just love making videos. I love continuing to do this, so stay tuned to the channel for lots more stuff. So everyone, I hope you're staying strong, staying positive, staying safe, and this dolphin might even catch you on that flip side, y'all. Till then, bye-bye!